Hello. Hello, everybody. Welcome to something very brand new, and you can tell it's brand new because we're kind of late starting the stream, but that's okay. We figured it out at long last. But anyway, thanks for joining. I'm Rachel. You're on my channel, and we have a special guest today, and we're doing some Bujo Babe bullet journal sprints. So, Julie, you want to introduce yourself?
Yep. I'm Julia. My channel is called Shakespeare and Such. It's right there under my face. So if you can read, you can find me anywhere on the internet pretty much. And I'm excited about this. Long overdue.
You're so right, Jayla. Jayla, this is so funny because this is a comment from 10:42 p.m. It's like, why are you making me wait? But you're so right. Hello. Hi. Hello, all these people. Thank you for coming. Well, listen, it was a bit technical difficulties and it was mostly technical difficulties, actually.
Yeah.
That was actually not just the impending lateness that I always am. But what we're doing today is actually we're doing bullet journal sprints. So I don't know how many people out there do bullet journaling regularly, but I tend to have a problem where I can't bullet journal on time to like release videos about what I'm planning because I'm still planning like 2 months ago. So I figured it would be kind of fun to do bullet journal sprints. And Julie was like, oh my God, yes. So here we are. We finally figured out how to stream our bullet journals along with our faces. So that's what we're here for. So feel free to bust out your own bullet journals and bullet journal along with us. Listen, nobody had to come for me like this. Anyway, I'm gonna not be clicking on these rude comments anymore. Hello, everybody. Yeah, so if you have a bullet journal, feel free to break it out. If you just want to read during the sprints or you just want some company, that's also fine as well. Any kind of productivity as you wish. But we're going to go ahead and reveal our bullet journals for the point, I guess for now, and then, do some bullet journaling. So forgive what it looks like because we're doing our best out here, okay? So hopefully you can kind of see this. I don't know how much I can expand this, to be honest, because I don't really use OBS a lot. But here we have some stuff on the screen. If anybody has any idea how to make this better, feel free to let us know. But on this side, this is my bullet journal over here. Hi. And then on the right side is Julie's bullet journal over there. So I know this might be like a little bit hard to see, but hopefully if people can like maybe enlarge their screens or something, you might be able to see ours. This is my September. I'll make it a little bit closer to the camera. This is my September stuff right now. And I didn't really do a good job of like keeping track of like actual life things because I'm so behind. But I figured it'd be fun to do October together or maybe catch up on some old spreads. I don't know, Julie, if you're ready for October or if you're like, no, I'm still in June. Like,
yeah, things are weird over here because well, first of all, I'm going to be breaking in my new bullet journal today because this is my old one. And look at this. Uh-oh, no more pages. So yeah, I have this open as a reference because I always forget how I do my spreads. But obviously this one's a lot smaller. So I'm a little stressed out because I'm like, how am I making these things fit across smaller pages?
I made this and I put it in my video where I was like, this is so useful, and I never use it. Do you use this like grid spacing guide?
No, but that seems really clever.
It seems like it'd be useful, but see, I did the great super smart mistake of putting something really stiff a few pages down, so it makes it really hard because you're supposed to be able to basically take a page and go like, oh, okay, I want to do it in quarters, so I'll just draw my line here, which is intelligent. I don't have that level of brain power, apparently, because I was like, I'm too excited about this envelope idea. I can't let it go to waste. So technically, I could do that if I just take these out. But, these, for people who have not seen my bullet journal setup, this is where I keep my little books.
Oh.
And then I glue them in when I actually read them, and I have them in different categories of like standalones and book crushes, series I want to read, and nonfiction. So I've slowly but surely been taking books out of here. It's just that nobody knows because I never post my videos in time.
But the envelopes are clearly worth it because the little books are so cute.
They're so cute. I had like, I don't know, 50 of them or something, and I was cutting them all out. Like, I need to do something with this. Oh, sorry. We have some comments that I wasn't looking at.
Yeah, people are
Go back. What is this technology? This is StreamYard. Streamlabs OBS. I always get confused. This is what I first used for my first live stream, and then I found out about StreamYards, and I was like, I'm never doing this again. But here we are, because actually it can be very useful. It just depends on what you want it for. So I know. Well, thank you, but no,
you can't prove you didn't invent it. You know.
I didn't not. No, I truly don't have the brain power. I can't even talk about this. I also can't compute right now. Oh, exciting. Oh my God. Okay, I haven't seen Mo's bullet journal yet, but Christine does bullet journaling, and we were saying, like, Mo, you should definitely bullet journal, because at some point Mo was explaining, like, A Court of Thorns and Roses through pictures, like, visually on a notebook, and it was just so good. And we were all like, oh my God, she's starting a bullet journal. It has to be done, please. Thank. I don't know what this is about, but I'm happy for you all. I've shed a tear. So again, I didn't think ahead that much on this, so I don't really have like a way to set up a timer for this per se, but I figured in the good old-fashioned sense of StreamYard that we could just say, like, hey, we're gonna bullet journal for this long, or even we could just like not stop talking while we bullet journal. I don't know how you're feeling.
I was thinking about that earlier, because I was like, are these like quiet sprints? Are we chatting? Because I'm a mix where like I can usually like watch TV while I bullet journal, so I can have some noise. But I'm also the kind of person who can't talk and write at the same time, because I'll start saying what I'm writing or writing what I'm saying. And then
I'll start write whatever. I'm like, no, that's not what I. Yeah. No, for me, I usually listen to bullet journal. Oh my God, I can't even do it. I'm not even doing anything. I usually listen to audiobooks while I bullet journal. So I used to always like collect really long audiobooks, because I figured it would take me so long to do my bullet journal, and I saved them for when I was filming my bullet journal setup, which I don't do. And then I would just have to read these like 20-hour audiobooks, because I never got around to doing my bullet journal here. But yeah, I'm down for whatever. The fact that we're like doing this for the first time means we can kind of do whatever we want. So however you're feeling, I'm down for it.
Okay. Well, yeah, I don't know. We could like try a quiet one, since I know some people want to read. And they probably don't want to read to us talking about our bullet journal spreads. Yeah, see. Sorry, Darian.
But yeah, we could do like maybe a 30-minute, like, quote unquote quiet sprint, and then come back and maybe talk about bullet journaling stuff or whatever.
That sounds perfect.
And also, if people are reading, you can let us know what you're reading, because we're still bookish people.
Yeah,
so,
we want to hear
do you have a theme, or are you just doing setup stuff right now?
I am still setting up last month's, so I'm doing September.
Love it. I only set up September like a week ago, so
yeah. So I don't know what my theme is going to be. I might use. I have these little. I don't know what's the best way to show it. I have these little flowers. Oh wait, where's my hand? That. So cute. Oh my God, I can't find the camera. That are actually from Nicole. So.
Oh my God.
And I use these, and just have like a cute little something going on. Because I usually don't get super artsy. I have like 1 month like header where I do something pretty. Like, what's another one? Like I had like a little goddess statue thing. But then it's kind of just like TBR and tracking, and I only use mine for reading. I don't know. Is yours like a life bullet journal?
Mine used to be a mix of both, but ever since I had to start filming it, it's gotten worse, I think. So, I mean, even then, I think it's always been like very like bookish centered. Yeah. So, like January was like nothing, because I basically didn't set up my bullet journal until the very end of January. So I had like my TBR, and then I just had like Read-A-Thon, and then the whole wrap up. But February, I tried to like attempt my life. So this was like an actual calendar setup. I had a mood and habits set up. expenses, which I never fill out. And then I had like, here's my TBR with my TBR game, and then all of the Readathons. And then I had like, I really love doing this where there's like a little tracker, and I changed like what the little tracking thing is every month. So like this month's theme was peaches, so I made it looks like oranges, but I made each one like a little peach-ish like fruit thing. And then when I finished the book, then I would put like a stem and a leaf on it.
That is cute.
Which is really cute. And then I would actually like write out what was going on, but you can see it starts with 15 because that's the time of the month I would finally like get around to doing this stuff. And like each month, I think it's like progressively worse. It's like it just starts like this one. I loved doing this one. This one was really fun. It was Animal Crossing, but then I started like I have the 15, but I have absolutely no information, and then the rest of it is just like, I mean, there's a couple things, but it's mostly very blank.
Yeah,
which is so sad because I'm like I always am like I'm going to fill this in, and then I don't. But you know,
sometimes making the spreads is the fun, you know.
It's like very therapeutic. I very much need that right now. I had a very like long day of just staring at a computer screen. So this is when like, I mean, we're kind of still doing that, but this is like the fun version of that. So you know, it's a little bit better.
Perfect.
We have some themes here. My theme is giving up.
Well, oh my God. Mine too.
That's been my theme for like the last 3 months, and I haven't filmed. You're so right. I'm starting my reread of Where Dreams Descend. Oh no.
I need to read it. It's still in TBR.
You want mine?
No, I already own it.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
You so badly already want to get rid of it. Like, no,
I finally finished editing this is like just speaks to the kind of person I am. I just finished editing my mid-year book tag today, which is just me being, again, a fool.
Love it.
It is, I will say, partially a lot of technical difficulties because I had so many problems because I don't have like a camera. I only have my phone. And I guess something to do with like the way new phones work for like Android, maybe. I don't know. I'm a loyal Androidist, whatever. Like the audio and the video don't sync up when I move it to my computer, but I only recently discovered that you can edit on your phone and it works great.
Oh.
So I was always like, you can't edit on your phone. It's such a tiny little screen. Like, how am I going to get all these visual effects and stuff? But I found it works fine. So that means all my old videos, I was like, I have to scrap this now. I was like, no, we're going to do it. It's fine. So all my stuff is coming out like 4 months late or whatever. But anyway, the point is, I talked about Where Dreams Descend in my mid-year book tag. So
biggest disappointment?
It could be. It might be.
Okay.
So you get that video tomorrow. I'm not sure. I'm good at bulleting. I don't think like it has to be. I mean, I guess it depends on like what you define as good. If it's like good is keeping up with it, then I'm horrible at bullet journals.
Yeah.
If it's I'm good at like designing stuff, then it's always like the thing of, you know, what's better to design something to be useful or design something to be aesthetically pleasing? You don't know. So my theme is taking a higher dosage of my antidepressants. Make me happy. Casey, please send me your spreads. Thank you very much. I'm starting one for work. Oof.
Ooh.
Casey, please be happy brain. Real spreads are the friends we made along the way. Well, you're not wrong. Read it, Julie. No.
I will, because I already own it. So whether I love it or hate it, I will read it.
That book made me dislike reading.
Oh
no. It's fine. It's fine. Thank you, a fellow Android person. Hi, Jayla. Hello. The real theme is, listen, this is not what I made these spreads for, everybody. Don't worry, I poke fun at myself quite a bit for this. Hello. Rachel, why do you hate me? Well, why do you like bad books? That's my question. It's, yeah. Coming soon.
That's a personal attack, because I never did my best books of 2020, and I still might do it.
I never did anything on channel. Every single video I put out is a TBR video or an announcement for a readathon or is live reading sprints, and that's it.
We are the same person. I just filmed my October TBR like 4 days ago. Thought it was 2 days ago. It was 4 days ago. Still haven't edited it, of course. But I said in it, I was like, my entire existence is like live shows for book clubs and TBRs. That's all you get from me now.
Yeah.
Sorry if you wanted to know my thoughts on these books. You're just going to know what books I'm reading next.
I feel so bad because people are always in the comments, like when I post something on my TBR, and they're like, wow, oh, I can't wait to hear your thoughts on this. And I was like, well, I hope you follow me on Goodreads then, because I literally won't say a word.
Yeah, I hope you follow me on Instagram because I'll be ranting in my stories, but you'll never get a wrap up out of me.
Right. And then, like, for my Goodreads, even then, it's just like 3 stars, like, Brendan can choke. And that's my whole review. It's like, it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah. Mine are always like 1 sentence, 2 sentences of like feelings, and then full review to come. Willing? No.
Full review to come? Maybe one day. One day. I'm sorry, Darren. I was kidding. You do like some good books, I think. No, you did. We both agreed on the story. Well, I don't know when you just finished it, but I know you read like a love story like a week ago or something like that. And I agree. And also you liked Priory, so you have taste. She has taste, okay? Is it bad if I just skip a bunch of months of wrap-ups and just do... No, I mean, you should do whatever you want. The way I used to justify it to make myself feel better was like, if I miss a bunch of months in a row, but I do it like, here are my 5-star reads of the summer, and here are my 3-star reads of the summer as separate videos, that's fine. My problem is just that I read too much in a month, so that it's like, it's going to be an hour either way.
Yeah.
Really...
But see, I've come to learn that like our actual friends on the internet are like, yeah, an hour-long video. Like they love it.
Yeah,
the
like
regular
so
people
nice.
can just leave, but like the people who like you will watch an hour of you talking about books.
Yeah, where I'm like, that's great. It's just I don't like to edit that long.
I know,
It takes me a million hours. Jayla, spoiler alert, I will definitely do this very soon. I don't think that's a spoiler or whatever, but like I have to do it very soon for certain reasons, basically. Genuinely don't feel like doing it. Then don't do it. I feel like just don't do anything you don't want to do. Like this is a hobby. You should just do whatever you want to do. I mean, unless you're getting sponsored and they're like, do it by this day. But you know, we're not in like the 10K realm of that making coin or anything. I'm here for it. Okay, awesome. Okay, so we are like an hour behind.
Okay, so let's start.
So let's go ahead. We're gonna do some sprints. I think I'm just gonna make like a banner and put it at the bottom because again, I'm not really sure how to do that with this stream situation. But you can watch us bullet journal and do some reading, do some bullet journaling along, you know, as you watch us. So I guess let's go. I don't know what to put. Read bullet journal.
Yeah.
I'd say read / bujo till let's say 5 after, so it gives us a good 30 minutes. And we will see you back after that. Oh, Lisa's here too. Okay, hi Lisa. Hello. Okay. So we will see you then. Hello. The sprint is over. It went by so fast.
It did go really fast.
How did you do?
I did pretty good. I'm my father's daughter. I'm the kind of person who's like measure twice, cut once. So I always have to do everything in pencil and then go over it.
I was doing the
But
same thing, yeah.
yeah, hold on. Let's see how much I can get this. Okay, so I did my little like September
Oh,
pretty page with some
cute.
stickers. And then I usually put whatever videos I'm doing for the month. Obviously, this was not planning though. All I had was that one. So that's what. And then this was my readathons for the month.
Oh,
And there they are. As you can see, I read 1, 2, 3 things. Although a lot of these are like repeat titles, but I just continued not to read those. And I started in pencil getting my September tracker down. But oh my God, I don't know how I'm going to make it fit compared to this big old page that I used to have. So we'll see. How did you do?
I worked on my October calendar spread. I never really do cover pages anymore because I used to do them in my old bullet journal, and then I would just like leave it blank, and I would just never fill it out. So I didn't write October yet, but I have like this moon star theme going on over here. I was also in the vein of like, let me do it by pencil and measure it and try to get a rough estimate of where I want everything to be. So I feel like it's a little bit harder to see like on the camera and stuff and everything, but I will say like it looks better in person probably because it's like the gray like numbers and whatnot. But in terms of utility, not much has been done yet. It's just decoration.
But you know what? You got to start somewhere, right?
Gotta start somewhere. But yeah. Oh, how did people do if they were bullet journaling / reading along with us? Did anybody get scared when I came back? Because that happens sometimes.
Oh my God, that happens to me every time. No matter what, always get scared.
Okay, so Steph is also still working on September. Um, I, I mean, I'm technically also still like I need to write stuff about September. So to hello. Oh, working on my September TBR. Oh, have fun. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Mom. So Lisa's not gonna personally say hi to me. Casey. But yes, I don't know if anybody commented anything since. Oh, we do. Okay, thank goodness.
Things are happening.
Okay, hold on. I read like 30 pages. That's great for a 30-minute sprint. 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, Darian, what are you reading, by the way? I forgot to ask everybody what you're reading, so let us know. Lisa said, I read 20-ish pages of Vicious by Miss Schwab. Are you reading it for the Fantasy Series Book Club? Because that's our new pick. And surprise, surprise, all that stuff's happening on my channel too. So I'm excited for it because I never read it, but it's definitely one of those series everybody talks about a lot. Like,
I know.
But then everybody hates the second book. So,
well, here's the thing. I gave into the hype a little bit because in my library's used bookstore, they had the second one and it was signed. So I was like, I'm going to buy this. I'm taking it. I want this. But I don't own nor have I read the first book.
Oh,
no. So, eventually.
One day.
Yeah.
I mean, you can maybe grab the first book from the library or something.
Exactly.
Perhaps. So that's fine. I updated my books read page and some of my goals. Ooh. Does anybody have like a count on their books, or do you, like? I'm of the vein of like it doesn't really matter how many books you read. It's more about the quality. However, it's not like I don't track the quantity and feel a little bit superior about it as well, which is like my toxic trait. But still, I really need to update mine because mine is more of like when I do wrap ups and stuff, I like put the name of the book and I try to like write a little bit about the book. But I guess because it doesn't all fit on the page, like for instance here, I might only get like a sentence in that's just like bad vibes but good writing or something. Like, so you never really know.
I could give so many books that verbatim review.
Exactly.
Bad vibes, good writing.
Sorry for me and Casey arguing in your comments. Please, please. Darian says, I told you what I'm reading. You did, and then I just forgot. But I do know what you're reading.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm happy for you because you like that book so much. And the second book just came out, and I know you just got it. So I'm happy for you. Don't let me rain on your parade. You know, I'm happy for you. I read 2 chapters. Wait, 2 chapters for Vengeful? Vengeful or Vicious? Oh, wait, no. Mo already read Vicious, I think.
Oh.
Ooh, okay. I wonder, does Vengeful do the same thing? Because I think Vicious has like 2 timelines, and you jump back and forth. Because I was making the Discord for the Fantasy Series discussion board, and I was getting really confused because normally you're like, hey, let's read chapters like 1 through 15, and then 16 through 30. And I was like, how come we're going from chapter like 9 to chapter 3 to chapter 18 to chapter 27? Mm-hmm. So I think it's like all the different timelines that it jumps back and forth between. So
no, that stresses me out.
I heard it's apparently easy to keep track of. It's just that like the chapter titles are a little bit wonky if you don't know what's going on.
Okay.
So hopefully...
Actually, yeah, that does sound like it'll help me to have the numbers, even if the numbers are out of order. Because typically if a story isn't chronological, I'm like, listen, I have a pea brain. Tell me beginning, middle, end. But if she's telling me like, oh, look, this is kind of towards the middle. Oh, we're back at the beginning. Like, I could probably follow along with that then.
Exactly. Or like if I really had to dissect it, I could at least be like, okay, read this chapter, then this one, then this one, then this one. Like, I would never do that. But at least I could be like, this happened first. Okay.
That would be so chaotic to read it, but read it in the number chapter order.
Especially because you'd be like, who's that? What is this? I don't know what's going on. The worst. I don't want to repeat because I'm scared. And don't be scared. Enjoy your book. Don't listen to me. I want to read it for the Trick or Treat-A-Thon, and it worked out beautifully that it's for Fantasy Series too. Ooh, okay. Which prompt are you doing for a Trick or Treat-A-Thon for Vicious? I forgot what all the prompts are, but I know there's a lot of fun ones. I'm liking Vengeful for the most part. That's good. I'm scared now because I'm liking Vicious a lot, but if the sequel is bad, I'll just die. It's not that bad. Okay, that's good. That's reassuring. Okay, good. It does have different timelines, and there's like 4 parts. Ooh, okay. And Lisa says it is easy to follow with the different timelines. Okay, so that's good. Again, it's just like the confusing chapter titles when I was just like, let me break this into chunks. Yeah. Is this a misprint or what's going on?
Right, and be like, okay, everyone, read chapters 3, 24, and 7. Like,
yeah, we're like,
what?
Yeah, I ended up putting pages, and I was like, I'm sorry to audiobook and ebook readers, so I'm going to put the chapter title. But it's going to be bizarre. Hopefully, it makes sense to people. I'm reading for the Frankenstein prompt, which is a book from the villain's perspective. That's perfect. That's like the blueprint, or at least like that's the first one I think of from the villain's perspective. Maybe like Wicked would be another one. I don't know. It's hard to think of like stuff like that because it kind of like presumes that there's already a story and then you're like retelling it from the villain's perspective, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, depends on your point of view. Like, I would read something and be like, this main character sucks. This is told from the villain's point of view. So this person's the worst.
Person is an asshole, therefore villain.
Yeah, that's how I felt reading the Three Musketeers. I was
like, really?
I think the villain's the protagonist. I think you guys got it backwards.
I think that's a good case you could make. You could definitely make that case. I was just going to say there was another book I read this year called Hench, which is about a henchman for a villain, which I personally didn't love it, but it was good. It was just like, it went on very, very long, but it was good. So if people are looking for stuff, I guess that works too. Yeah, it's hard to like figure out like which things align with what, but then also, okay, because Casey was just like, what about the new Hunger Games book? Because that's also from the villain's perspective. That's true.
Yeah.
I was gonna say there's only like 17. I'm not talking about. I was thinking of reading the Hunger Games book for that prompt. I became on beat to read that book. I liked it a lot. I know that's an unpopular opinion, or like some people love it, some people hate it. It's very like polarizing. But I was like, wow, I love this. like I haven't been in the Hunger Games world for the longest time. And as I was reading it, I was like, was President Snow as bad as we remember? And then I like read the wiki about President Snow, and I was like, nope, he literally poisoned people. Okay, all right, I forgot about that. I literally went back like, he's a bad guy. I just totally forgot. It's been 10 years. I didn't realize.
It happens.
I vote Casey read it because whether Casey loves it or hates it, I think it'll just be fun. A fun experience. Who was actually good in the Three Musketeers, though? Honestly, what is the Three Musketeers about? I only know the candy bar.
First of all, it's about 4 musketeers, so it's the worst title ever. There are 4 men. Well, okay, it's like one guy who's trying to join the Musketeers, and then there's 3 others. But I'm like, bad title, doesn't make sense.
It's 4, but they're always like, actually, we're 3 musketeers, so you can't join us.
Yeah.
You cannot be with us.
Like they're literally like, sorry, it's our clique name. You can't join. You're not one of us. No, it's not great. I feel like there's a TV show that I feel like I'll love. Did not love the book. It's about a young man who wants to be a musketeer and all kinds of shenanigans.
I'm just gonna
yeah, that's great.
Hello.
There's gambling. There's insulting each other's horses. There's stolen jewels. There's a man. No, I'm not going to spoil it that much. There's a female villain who's like very interesting and who's the only character whose motivation I understood, and yet she was still the villain. So I'm like, yeah.
But if the protagonists are the villain, doesn't that make her the hero?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
So,
I mean, there was bad methods. I don't condone things she did, but I understand them.
But yeah, it was understandable. Lisa says Renegades by Marissa Meyer would also count.
Yeah, I forgot about that book.
I have yet to read any Marissa Meyer books.
Actually. What about Heartless?
Is that from the Stepmoms?
That's the Queen of Hearts.
Oh, Queen of Hearts. Oh, yeah. Okay.
That one was fun.
Also a good suggestion. I say do it. Do it. Do it. No, don't unhaul it. Read it. You have it already. Just read it. Oh my god, please. I keep hearing bad things about Hinge. Yeah, I gave it like 2.5 stars, and it wasn't like it was horrible. It was just like, for me, 2 means okay, 3 means good, so it was like somewhere in between okay and good. I tend to really like unlikable protagonists, and she was definitely an unlikable protagonist in that, but I just also feel like it was like a 19-hour audiobook, and by the 8-hour mark I was like, how are we not done yet? Like, so much has happened, and yet the plot, like, I'm waiting for something to pick up because you're still doing the same thing as in the beginning, you know? Save yourself. No, don't save yourself. Don't read it. No, I loved it. Also, if you read the audiobook, it's narrated by what's his name? Santino Fontana.
Okay.
Is that his name?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, he was Hans.
Prince Hans, Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, Cinderella. He's the man. He also does the audiobook for You, but I refused to read it that way because I didn't want his voice ruined for me. But
his voice probably saved it for me, because I enjoyed it so much anyway. But I was also like, wow, President Snow is so relatable, and everybody on the live show was like, what? I was like, I'm sorry, but I can't lie. He's a fun guy. I feel like Casey won't love it, but I don't know if she would hate it. It's about the Three Musketeers.
Steph read it clearly. She knows it's about 3 musketeers and they're musketeering.
Who's the 4th musketeer?
D'Artagnan.
D'Artagnan.
Yes, D'Artagnan.
D'Artagnan. So you can tell how uneducated I am. Where I'm like, D'Artagnan.
They all have like stupid French names.
There we are. Heartless would also count. Wow. In conclusion, read Marissa Meyer's. I'm an unlikable protagonist, so I can relate. I so agree. I am such an unlikable protagonist. This is why I'm just like, you're what? You're just like me, book protagonist. I relate to you. I also have flaws. We won't talk about them. I'm trying to intend and you're constantly feel like my problems with it. Yes, okay. I don't know. I feel like I had such a book crush on it for a long time because I was like, this sounds so cool, but something about the length and the execution of the book. I don't know. Please with the fake news. I listened to the audio. Okay. Anyway, next comment. I listened to the audio to get me through it.
Wow.
Stupid bitch names. Anyway. Anyway.
Oh my god.
Fun. Okay. Shall we jump into another sprint, perhaps?
Sure.
Okay. How did we feel about 30 minutes? Was that good? Or should we do longer or shorter?
I don't know. I feel like if we do a longer one, it might have to be my last one because I don't know if you know this about me. I'm a teacher and my class was closed for the past 4 school days because we had a COVID case.
Oh
So
no!
tomorrow, most of the group is returning, everyone who took a test and it came back negative. So I'm like preemptively tired for tomorrow.
Oof. Okay, let's do.
Or we could do like another half an hour and then like a shorter one. And I'd be
Yeah, let's
down.
do that. And then, whenever you feel like you gotta leave, then we can do that too. Because I've had a long day. I'm also ready to call it a night kind of early. So
It also took us like 45 minutes just to
45
figure
minutes
out
to figure
how to
out
get here.
how to do this, which is still like,
Let's hope
um,
it never happens again.
we're
Prepared.
totally ready to go for next time. So let's go till how about 55-ish? So it's like 32-ish minutes, if that's okay. By the way, I don't know if you've been listening to stuff while you've been bullet journaling, but I'm almost finished with Ruin and Rising. Mo
Ooh.
in the comments if you're still here. So 45
Oh.
minutes to invent a new technology. Not true. Oh, everyone has such high expectations of what I can do with my engineering degree, and it's not this. Literally watching YouTube videos on how to do stuff. So, yeah. Mo, there was a major plot twist, so I hope you catch up soon. But I have maybe an hour left, or a little bit less of the audiobook, so I'm excited. We're going at like 2.5 times speed, so for sure. Mo, I hope you read the book. Okay, anyway, so we'll sprint. Mo and I have been like low key trying to do this book since April or something, which is not a recent month. So
No,
anyway,
not a recent month.
not really. But yeah, all right. So we're gonna get back into our bullet journaling stuff. If anybody is reading anything, let us know what you're reading. And of course, when we come back from the sprints, you can let us know what progress that you've made, or if you've done any bullet journaling stuff, then what progress you've made there as well. So we will see you at about 55 after the hour. Hello, the sprint is over.
We did it, another one.
Did it.
How'd you do?
Pretty good. I finished up my decorations on the first page. So I have the actual month, which looks all cute, and then I added, I don't know how easy it is to see, but I added all these like speckly star things everywhere.
Constellations.
So, yeah, I had all the constellations, and I kind of like went over it again with my white jelly roll, and then I also just added all these like little constellation darts and stuff everywhere, and then I kept going, and I made my food, my habit, my notes, my this is like when I get 10,000 steps on my Fitbit every day. And I've been really wanting to do this kind of thing for a long time. So, like, here's all the dates of the month, and then when I do a certain habit, I fill in the dots, but I kind of make it look like these don't connect for any particular reason, but they just kind of look like constellations.
That's so cute.
And on the left is like my regular like mood tracker and stuff going all the way. So yeah, I've been like wanting to do this for years, ever since I started bullet journaling. I was like, this is so cute, but I have to do a constellation theme or something.
It's really pretty. I love it.
Thank you.
And how's your Run and Rising too?
Oh, I finished it.
Woo!
Yeah. I started another book.
Where'd you start?
I am reading The Trouble with Hating You, which I technically started yesterday for like 5 minutes on my journal. But then I was like, I have to finish Run and Rising. What am I doing?
Yeah.
So it's a romance. Something fun to, listen to while I go. But what about you?
Respect. Pretty good. I just did the the frame of my tracker, because I was telling you earlier, all that data of like how many pages I read of each book when is all on my phone. So I'm like, I'll have to just fill that in when I have my phone again. I was a little busy right now. And then I did my whole September TBR on 2 pages. Again, look at that. I read 3 books that I planned to read and nothing else that was intended. I did read some other things, but not my TBR.
Yeah, I had a rough time last month, like actually completing my books. This is so nice I can actually visually look at it, because for the longest time it's always just been like in my head. But like I read a good amount, but a lot of the ones I mentioned in my TBR video I just absolutely didn't read at all. Like the Dragon Republic, I didn't touch that whatsoever. Iron Widow, I think I read page 1. And that's it. I didn't really do anything else.
Yeah, okay, wait. To be fair then, I did start 3 of the books that are on this TBR.
Okay.
And one I've been in the middle of, and the other one I just finished a couple days ago. So like, I'm reading, but just not when I said I would read.
That's fine. It's fine. Yeah, I mean,
now I wrote October.
I made the mistake of just picking a lot of really chunky books and acknowledging that in my TBR, where I was like, I hope I can read all this, which I won't be able to, but it's fine. And by the end of the month, it's like, wow, how come I didn't read all these chunky books? What a shock.
I can't believe it. How did this happen?
But I did read one giant chunky book, which I'm very proud of. So
oh yeah, Priory?
That's fine. Yeah, I finished Priory like the last day of the month. Like I said I was going to, but I made like significant progress on it in the last like week and a half when I started it. So by the last like 4 days, I was just like, I just have to read like 100 pages a day and I'll be fine. But it was such a good story that I was like, I just want to keep reading. It's so good. So it worked out for me personally for that. And now I'm just like, wow, I actually like chunky fantasy books. Maybe I can do this again. I was just always scared of stuff. It's like I'm scared of this big pile of pages, but now I don't have to be. It's great.
Yeah. That's the thing too, is I feel like on BookTube we get so caught up in like, here's all the books I want to read. And, like maybe I'm doing a read-a-thon. And so there's like 6 different prompts I'm trying to fulfill in a month. But it's like, if we stop putting pressure on ourselves to be like, I need to be finishing books, like it's nice to sit down with a big book.
Yeah, I mean, also the other thing is like, I guess like on BookTube, there's the expectation, even though everyone, like very few people actually complete their entire TBR, but there's an expectation that if you're like, I'm going to read this book, then if you like put it on a TBR the next month, everyone's like, I can't believe that I haven't finished this book yet, but here it is again. And meanwhile, like, a lot of people are like, I read one book over the course of 4 months. Like, that's normal for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And for us, it's like, shame that I'm putting it on a TBR once again. Don't
Unthinkable.
Unbelievable. It's only 600 pages, so why is it taking me so long? And meanwhile, it's like, hello, are you listening to yourself? Like,
It's
yeah,
crazy.
have to remember, like, we're not normal.
Yeah.
It's okay to act normal. Like, it's fine. You don't have to read so many things. Casey said I read 25 pages.
Woo!
Why did I always forget what everybody's reading. What is Casey reading again? There was all this talk about the Three Musketeers and fighting that I forgot.
Yeah, everyone in the chat, you're reading the Three Musketeers, right?
The Three Musketeers, right? I'm pretty sure everyone's reading D'Artagnan or whatever. Yeah, I don't know, because I just remember Casey saying I want to read about A Song for the Snakes, or maybe I don't. So now that's all I can associate. Listen, The Heart Principle is a super fun romance space, period. No, I know this because Darian literally posted her wrap up today and then also a vlog where she read this and she was like, this is the most depressing romance I've ever read. It was 5 stars, but it's so depressing.
That's what I was about to say. I'm like, but everyone said it's sad. What do you mean it's super fun? Sarcasm.
This is like trying to get back at us, but joke's on you. I watch all your videos, so
Yeah.
who's the fool now?
Gotcha.
I've literally never finished one of my two. Yeah, I don't think I have either. I really don't think there's like a single time I've actually finished every book on my TBR in that month. Like, I usually try to carry them over to the next month, and then those are like my priority, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
But then it just means like, well, I'm not gonna not put 40 books on my TBR still.
Yeah. No, I'm still gonna add as many books as I would usually say I'm gonna read.
Yeah.
But plus everything I didn't finish from last month.
That doesn't make any sense. Why am I doing that? I don't know. I guess like the positive is though that like neither of us post wrap ups really.
Yeah.
So then it's like, did I read it? Guess you will never know.
Either you follow all our social media or our secrets are safe.
Or I'll put it in my TBR and be like, hey, read this one again. Don't look at me. Like, you'll never know.
I know. That's me with I don't know which Game of Thrones book I'm reading right now, but I've been a third of the way into it for like 3 months. And I'm like, it's just going to show up on every TBR. It's fine.
For the rest of my life. This is my cross to bear.
Mm-hmm.
We are not normal. It's true. I guess to finish my TBRs, IDK what happened. Things went down really fast. Oh no, I gotta get some of that energy back. Like, how do you do it? It's because I didn't tell you. Oh, okay. I was like, I don't remember this. But now I'm reading Half Sick of Shadows. Okay, I remember Casey saying that she was reading some other stuff and she didn't like it, so I think this one's going better based on our other conversation. So, I mean, let us know if it's still good and how far are you and does it suck, I guess.
I hope it's good because I have an ebook of that. So.
Oh, yes. I wasn't trying to trick you. I was just being a rascal.
A sneaky little rascal.
Rascal.
Yeah. It was funny, though, because when you were like, are you listening to anything? I was like, no, I literally sat in silence for the first sprint. Why didn't I listen to anything?
This is how we get our TBRs down.
Yeah, no, I didn't even put on a book. I put on a TV show. I'm watching
Salem. Wait, what are you watching?
Salem. Darian already knows this because I am tricking her into watching a scary show. Yeah, I'm very... if you see me like glancing to the side during our sprints and I'm going like, it's because my favorite character's on the screen. Even though there's like witch hunts and like blood and stuff. And I'm like,
it's
there's
like,
my
that's
baby.
My comfort character. Like, covered in blood.
Yeah. Oh, honey.
Perfect Halloween behavior. For real.
It is. That's why I decided to watch it right now.
I'm almost 200 pages into it, and it's really, really interesting so far. Miss Laura saved me because I had DNF'd 2 books in a row.
Oof.
Yes. I remember one of those was like, If I Disappear, and it was like the one where there's a girl whose favorite podcast host disappears.
Oh.
Or something. And I think she like just decides to investigate. I don't know if she starts her own podcast, but she decides to investigate it. And I just remember Casey being like, she has no personality. There's nothing here. And I was like, but the podcast had disappeared. Her name's Rachel. How is it a bad book? Okay, I understand.
Come on.
Yeah. No, actually, literary Rachels are always the worst. Like, every time I read a character's name and it's like, and then I saw Rachel walk down the hallway, I'm like, she's going to be a bitch, isn't she? And every time she's like the worst character ever was.
They're giving you a bad rap. It's not fair.
They're always so pretentious. There was one I read where there was a girl named Rachel and she was like, call me Rochelle. And like, she like changed her name like sophomore year to try to be like more, I don't know what, like a socialite or whatever. I was like, you're in high school, like calm down, you're like 15 years old.
It's true.
You were literally trying to protect me from watching Salem?
Yeah, I have, but I've been like, no, don't do it, but it's good. If you want it, I won't force you, but maybe try it. I do think that the pilot episode like is the litmus test. Like if it's too gory, too creepy in the first episode, like it's not going to ease up. So just like back out. But if you like it, you like it. It's all on Hulu for people who have Hulu. All 3 seasons.
Cool. What were the 2 books you DNF'd? I forgot the name of the other one, but it had like a yellow cover and it said Sun something. I'll let Casey answer the question that's meant for Casey. Rachel knows me so well. We're in a group chat. I talk to you every single day. The people want to know, yeah. Oh, okay. If I Disappear and The Great Godin. Yeah, they were both didn't work for me. It was literally painful. Yeah. I mean, sometimes you gotta DNF though. Like, you can't force yourself through a book. It's just not worth it. Like, even if it gets you like a nice rant review out of it, is it really worth like however many hours you spend trying to get through the book? Like, usually no.
I got 1 hour, not of my time, but of the audiobook. So probably like a half an hour into the way of 100 Years of Solitude. And I went, I don't want to do this.
Oh, really? Wait, why? What was wrong with the book?
I didn't like, well, I think, here's the thing. It's not a forever DNF. It's probably if I want to pick this up, I need to read it physically and not on an audiobook. But red flags for me were all the characters that we were hearing about were men except for one woman, and that just never bodes well in any book for me. I'm like, if I can't latch on to these ladies, what am I here for? But I know it's magical realism, so there's like gonna be like weird things, but I just didn't like. Have you read it?
I haven't read it yet, but it was supposed to be on my TBR last month, and I didn't really touch it. There's
a part where, you know how in like historical things, people like marry their cousins and it's fine or whatever. In some distant way, the husband and wife, like the main 2, are like related distantly. Okay. And so she's like afraid that if they have a baby, it's going to be, I forget what animal she said, but like some kind of animal, like a pig or something. And so he's like, okay. So she like always wore this like crazy, like literally like chastity belt to bed. Literally because she was afraid her husband would rape her in her sleep. So like that's one thing that makes me go, uh-oh. And then one day someone like mocks him, like calls him impotent. And so then he like goes to his wife and he's like, we're having sex now and it's not a choice. And I was like, I don't want this. I'm leaving. Yeah.
That sounds painful.
Yeah. So I didn't really like that. And I said, I gotta go.
Yeah. I feel like especially by audio, because you can't like, I like audiobooks, but sometimes you just gotta like suffer through scenes. Whereas like if I don't like what's going on the page, I can kind of be like, okay, let's skip the page. Like let's just skim really quick and then we keep going. And like enough of this. But yeah, that's rough. I guess like it is one of those classics books, so it's a pretty. I don't know how old it is, but I'm pretty sure it's kind of old. I know it's very significant for a lot of people in the global South, so I am curious about it. But I would expect that it has a lot of things that like a lot of like booktube people might not be like the most excited for.
Yeah.
We tend to kind of be like, if it's not like, if there's like really triggering stuff in it like that, then a lot of people are like, it's not good, or like it doesn't pay off in a good way or whatever. So.
And I read a lot of classics. Like I put up with a lot of nonsense in books, and this I think it was just because I knew nothing going into the book. that I was like, this is not my expectations at all, and I'm not ready for this right now. And like, I could tell there were parts of the writing that were really beautiful, and I'm very interested in that wife character. I'm like, she seems cool. I like you, and I think we could get along. However, there's a lot of stuff going on that I just wasn't in the mood for at the moment. So, yeah, like I said, not a forever DNF, but a right now DNF for sure.
Makes sense. Darian said, OMG, Rachel, what is that from? That sounds familiar. What is this about?
Yeah, I don't even know what it's referencing.
What is that from?
What is that?
I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, what were you saying?
I don't know. What is this about? Darian, come back. Explain yourself. I don't know what this is. My aunt pronounces Rachel as racial.
No. Why? Is that your aunt's name? Or is that just how she says every Rachel's name?
I think that's how she says Rachel, like racial.
No.
Like it's a softer ch.
Like
sound.
Michelle? Rachel?
Well, no, that would be like Michelle. But like racial is like there's a hard ch in there. So or Rachel. Yeah. I don't know what to do with this information, but thank you for sharing. I am determined, Julia. I learned today I can't really do scary shows. It's a no for me. What scary show did you watch? Because I usually am not a big like scary, like I don't like to watch things that are like gross and gory on TV usually, but I like to watch like psychologically horror-y stuff. I guess it depends because it'll like keep me up for weeks, but I'll be like, oh, that was so good. So it really depends, I guess. The thing with the girl who's called me Rochelle. Oh my gosh, I'm not sure. I read this book at like way before BookTube. Gosh, I'm not sure. I think it had like a one-word title, and it was like probably a book that people had to read for school, because I think I just found it like alongside a lot of copies at the library, and I was like, this looks interesting. But it was about a girl who has like a, her life is in disgrace in school, and they won't say why for like 75% of the book, but they're like, something happened this past summer, and then she becomes like an outcast at the school. And then there's I think the girl named Rachel used to be like her best friend, and then after that schism over the summer, then they've grown apart, and now she's like, call me Rochelle. So it's like, I don't know, I don't remember the name of the book, I'm sorry, but yeah, that's a very in there kind of memory for me, where I'm like, yeah, I remember this. Yet another example of fictional Rachel's ruining it for the rest of us, but I don't know, we can't all be perfect, it's fine. So shall we maybe do our last sprint? We can do kind of a shorter one. I don't know exactly when you want to get off, but maybe we can just do like a 15-20 minute sprint and come back and wrap up.
That sounds good to me.
Let's do... Can we do till 35 to 20 minutes?
Sure.
I'm going to...
Then I can probably finish my episode of Salem.
True priorities.
Yeah. Although it feels weird not documenting it on Instagram, because that's what I've been doing in my stories. It's just being like, everyone look at Anne.
And now you're like, I can't move this. Like,
I literally, when we're done here, I'm going to go back and like share a scene of her. I'll be like, what?
You have to like rewind everything and be like, this is the scene that I'm in.
I really will. I'm not too proud.
Hold on. Darian asked, is it Speak? Let me look this up really quick, because it might
That sounds like it would be Speak. It's that vibe.
Oh, maybe. I think so. I don't know why I have this as want to read. So, mixed reviews. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I think it might be that book after all. Oh, a cat's here. Hi. A cat was just delivered to my room. Let me see if I can grab her. Hold on a second. I'm going to stop screen sharing for 1 second.
Gotta see.
Oh, here she is.
Oh, poor baby.
We finally have a cat cam and I can participate.
I love cats.
Sasha, say hi. You're not looking at the camera.
You
Look
know,
away.
it's like classic aloof cat behavior. Like, ugh, whatever.
Completely.
I'll be here, but I won't cooperate.
Exactly. She's usually very nice, though. I mean, she lets me hold her and pick her up and stuff.
Yeah,
She's
she looks very patient. What a
Want to
cutie
sit
pie.
on the bed? Finally cleaned up a little so you can sit down. All right. I unfortunately stopped sharing, so let me go back and do that again, and hopefully it'll be easy because I clicked the wrong thing. Here we go. Okay, we're sharing again.
Woo!
Wonderful. Okay. So, yeah, we're going to do some more sprinting. Also, yeah, I am pretty sure it's speak because now that I'm reading it, I have to go add it to my read books or whatever. But yes, yes, it is.
Look at those legs.
Sasha will probably come back and say goodbye after we finish our sprint. But we're gonna go until it says read, but read / bullet journal until 35, and then we will wrap up for the night. So let's finish strong. Hello, the sprint is over, but I keep losing track of time.
Well, that was productive.
Yeah. That was so short, but it was so productive, actually.
Yeah. What did you get done?
So I added an expenses page with one expense so far for samosas. I have my video ideas and my monthly faves over here. And then on the next page, I made my little TBR thing that I always do for my dice game. I haven't filled it in yet, but then I also started making my tracker over here. So I filled in the books that I have finished so far this month. And I kind of made it like a moon thing, and I make it a new moon when I actually finish.
Oh.
And then I haven't finished writing in all the other books here, but I think I have to fill in the actual TBR stuff first. But this is great. This is super productive because now basically the only thing I have left is to actually write, like, on Monday I did this, on Tuesday I did that. Like, I'm actually, this is very far ahead. This is not what I expected.
That's fantastic. Your journal's so pretty.
Thank you. What about you?
Mine's very utilitarian. Pretty good. Okay. So I stuck some stickers that I am not in love with, but we're just gonna keep it. This
They
is
look
like the theme of like every other month is like something I don't like, and then something I do like, and I like can't pinpoint like how to figure it out until it's too late. So that's just going to be October stickers. For my Read-A-Thon Tracker, I went rogue because typically I like write the books that I'm reading for each Readathon, but 106 Readathons this
Oh
month.
my gosh, what
And these
readathons are you
pages
doing?
are even tinier. So I was like, I'm not going to have room to write all those books. So I just did like little scattered numbers and I'll like color them in as I read books. So like if I read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Oh, I
7,
like that. That's cute.
I'll just color it in. And it happened that the two with the most prompts were at the bottom. So it's
Of
a little
course.
unbalanced.
Wait, which readathons are you doing?
I'm doing Trick or Treat-A-Thon. Hey, Lisa. Spoopathon, Victober, the Ace Race, Magical Hopathon, and Whodunit-A-Thon.
Oh, wait, what's Victober?
Victober is Victorian October, so they like give you prompts for Victorian literature. And I'm only reading one book this year. They're not getting my priority, but I think the one book will cover all of their prompts. So I'm working smarter, not harder.
Intelligence.
Yeah.
We love it.
Yeah, and then I started my October TBR. So here we go. I'm basically mostly caught up. I just really have to finish this and then go back and fill in this tracker.
That's so productive. Oh my gosh.
We did so much.
We did so good. I think we definitely have to do this again.
Yes,
For sure.
please.
This is extremely helpful. I have a feeling they'll still be at the beginning of the month, but or at least maybe for this next month, because I think with Halloween coming up, it's usually a very busy time.
Agreed.
But this was super helpful for me.
Me too.
For sure. Darian said, I read 20 whole pages. Great job, because this was like a 20-ish minute sprint, so like page a minute's great. Did you write backwards? I missed it. I did. I did write backwards. I always try to write these backwards so they fit.
Ah.
So you'll see at the top it says, happened one summer, because I can't fit the whole thing. Or I'll have to abbreviate like chosen and beautiful. But yeah. But yes, that is simply too many readathons. That is a lot of readathons for sure.
But here's the thing: is so many books overlap for the prompts. Like, let me go to my spreadsheet that I have open in the other tab.
I literally have my spreadsheet. I was like referring back to it and going over here for like which habits did I complete, which books did I read.
But seriously, okay, I'm just trying to pick like like Phantom Heart is one of the books I'm reading this month. I'm using it for Trick or Treat-A-Thon because it's a Phantom of the Opera retelling and it has a black cover.
Nice.
Spoopathon also needs a book with a black cover. For Magical Hopathon, it counts as a new release. And for the Whodunit-A-Thon, everything is like, it's really cute the way they do it. I don't know who can like fill all the prompts, but it's amazing. So they do like, I'm gonna try to make it make sense. So like the setting of your murder could be this, this, or this, and your prompt decides what the setting is. And like who the victim is could be these 3 people, and the prompt you fulfill decides who the victim is.
Oh, it's so much fun.
Yeah, like it's really cute. But so I'm using it for the clue, which is a blackmail note, which I think again might have been for a black cover. So like I'm covering a lot of ground, you know.
Oh my gosh, I think I have to go check this Read-A-Thon out. That sounds super fun.
Yeah. I found them on Twitter, and I don't know like if they have other presence in the bookish world.
Oh, hold on, my audiobook is like, are we ready to go, ma'am? Just starts going again. Just try to open Twitter and find it. Oh my gosh. Okay, Whodunit-A-Thon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's spelled like, you know, who, but then like Dunnit. Whodunit.
Yeah, Done-It-A-Thon.
Classic Dunnit.
Okay, wait, I don't see it.
It should be.
WHODUNNITATHON.
Hold on, let me open Twitter too, and I can tell you. Should be. Oh, you know what? They might have a different handle though.
Okay.
Come on, I know I follow them. Okay, their thing might be like murder mystery readathon or something. Let me see.
Okay, murder mystery.
Like typing with one hand, it's not going great. What the heck is this readathon? I know it's Whodunit-A-Thon.
Maybe it never existed.
No, it exists. Maybe the real mystery was what happened to this readathon.
The real murder mystery was the friends we made along with.
Oh my god, I'm
I don't know if this is it because
okay, wait.
Oh.
I don't know why. Okay, it's one N. Who DUNITAH or AAH. Oh my god, ATHON. You know how to spell a-thon. I don't know. I'm spelling that part.
Name is a foot. A Whodunit-A-Thon.
Yes.
Okay.
That's the one.
So they didn't put enough N's in it.
Yeah, that's why it confused. Or yeah, clearly I spelled it wrong in my bullet journal because I did 2 N's.
Oops. Well, I think that's how you're supposed to spell it, but okay, cool. I'm gonna check this out after the sprints officially end, after the live officially ends.
Cool.
But awesome. I'm excited about that. That seems so fun. I always have the problem of when I do readathons and they're like, here are 6 prompts and you only have to pick whatever I'm like, I have to do 6 separate. I have to do everything. And I'm like, okay, well, here's another readathon I'm doing at the same time, which could overlap. Or I could do just completely, absolutely separate prompts again. Like it's a problem. I don't know why it's this way.
Basically, for readathons, it's first come, first serve. Like whoever gives me their announcement first, I'm like, okay, you're deciding the TBR. Everyone else has to fit the mold.
And then when I actually read, I'm like, did I read anything? Maybe I have to change all of my prompts. Like,
yeah, I mean, you saw my thing for last month where I completed 3 readathon prompts out of 3 readathons. So.
Maybe when we plan our bullet journals now, we'll be able to like have our lives together, so we'll be able to read it. Because I used to be so like, you know, on top of my bullet journal that every time I read a thing, I'd be like, I read it, and then like it encourages you to just keep going. So it could be. Also, hi Sammy. I didn't say hello to you. Hello. There's only one N, you clown, Whodunit-A-Thon, when you try to help and they ignore you.
We were too busy being on Twitter to look at the chat.
I was too busy investigating, okay? Please.
Yeah, like the real murder mystery solver you are.
Exactly. I had a hunch. I had to follow it. But, yeah, so I think we're going to wrap our sprints for now for tonight. We got, you know, a busy day tomorrow, so we're going to end here. But thank you so much, everybody who came. I hope that folks who did some bullet journaling got some productive bullet journaling in, because I know I did. And if you read, then I hope that you enjoyed that as well. We're definitely going to do this again. This was super fun. Now we actually know what we're doing, so we'll be closer to being on time than we were today, hopefully.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you so much, Julia, also for agreeing to do this. This was really great.
Thank you for letting me tag along.
Of course. So if anybody wants to, connect with Julia, I have her YouTube channel in the description down below. So go check that out. Where else?
If you want to see TBRs and book club live shows, that's the place for
the
you.
exact same thing that you see on my channel, just go right over there and you'll get like twice as much content. But
yeah,
absolutely. Where else can people find you?
I am Shakespeare and Such on Instagram. My Twitter is Jewel, like the first three letters of my name, and then Shakespeare. And and on any of those social media, you can find like my Goodreads links and all that stuff. So,
all right, sweet. Oh, I promised. I totally forgot about this. She's already trying to go. Sasha, come on. Okay. Sasha. She's coming back to say goodbye. She's just like, oh, you disturbed me.
And look at how cute you are. It's worth disturbing you.
I'll give you a treat. It's okay.
Sasha. Sweet baby.
But anyway, thank you so much, everybody, for coming and for participating. We'll definitely do it again in probably a month, something like that. But we'll see you then. And have a great night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, did I not click end broadcast? Okay, I'm gonna wait again. Goodbye.